Hello friends, welcome to my channel. So today I am going to start a new topic on Laravel, which is how you can create a controller, how you can create a templates, and how you can redirect the user. So let's get started and work on this tutorial. And also if you are new to channel, please subscribe our channel and please like the video. Now let's get started. So first back to your Laravel project. So open VS Code and here is our Laravel project which I created in previous tutorial. So let's run our project. So open terminal, new terminal, then starting the project. So PHP artisan serve. Now you can see our project is running. So let's open it. And you can see it is showing 404 page. After that, again back to VS Code and let's create a controller. So first let's create a controller. So let's first terminate this program by typing Ctrl+C, then running command PHP artisan make controller. So here giving controller name like template controller. Now click enter. Now here you can see our controller has been created successfully. So here if you check, click on app HTTP in controllers, you can see template controller has been created. You can see it's created. Now after that let's create a method. So here giving method name like public function, then giving method name like home. After that let's work on this method, but first let's close it and link this method to our route, or let's return some data. So return home. Let's link this home method to our route. So save this file and open your routes, open web.php. Now let's add the page. So here route, then get method and make it empty, then link with our template controller. So here linking this by giving app, then slash http slash controllers, then template controller @home. Now save this file and let's run our project. So click on terminal, new terminal, PHP artisan serve. Let's check and you can see home page is working. You can see currently it is showing 404, but now it is showing home page. Then back to VS Code, close it. So our home page is ready and let's work on template. So instead of returning the message from text, let's return a HTML template page, which is known as blade page in Laravel. So let's see how you can create a template page in Laravel. So for this you need to open resource and open views, and here you have to create a template page. So let's create a template page. Currently you can see it's created a default welcome.blade.php, but for this let's create a simple home page. So here giving template name like right click, new file, giving home.blade.php, and let's add some page. So HTML add, then giving title, simple template page in Laravel. Body H2 H3 H2 simple view template page in Laravel. Now save this file, and here let's link this template file to our controller. So for this you just need to comment this message and adding comment return text message to browser, return template page to user browser. So for this just type return, then view. After that just add your template page, so you need to pass only home. Now save this file and back to Chrome, refresh page, and you can see it is working perfect. You can see simple template page in Laravel, and it is working perfect. And here one more thing, it is showing some arrow. Let's remove it. 1 and 2. Again save this page, close it, refresh, and you can see it is working perfect. You can see the title, and you can see the title, and you can see the body of our page. So in this way you can create a simple template page in Laravel and return the template page to user using controller. You just need to add view and pass the template page. So here you don't need to add .blade.php when you're returning the view or template page. Now after that, let's see one more example. Suppose that here your template page is inside view, but suppose that if you created a folder. So let's see, I am creating a folder admin, or make it user page. Now after that, let's create a template file. So new file, user home.blade.php. So remember one more thing, when you are creating a template page, then your file must be end with .blade.php. If you directly add .php, then it will not work. So remember this, you need to add .blade.php. After that, let's add some content. Just copy this content and paste it here. So simple template page in Laravel for user. Same for here for users. Save this file. And after that, let's add a method in controller. So here public function, and here creating a method user home. Again return view, and here you need to pass your location. So our page is inside user page. So first you need to add user page, then instead of slash you need to use dot and user home. So here dot is work as a slash. You can see user page is our directory and user home is our file. After that, save this file and let's link this method to our root. So back to web.php, copy this same line and this time adding user home. Now let's link with user home. Let's check again method user home and user home. So save this file and back to browser. Now let's open the page. So slash user home, and you can see it is showing user. Okay, it's users page, not user. So it should be users. Now save this file, back to Chrome, refresh page, and you can see it is working perfect. So in this way you can use a method how to access the template page which is inside, how to access the template page which is inside your directory. So in this way you can access the page of template which is inside directory by using directory name dot and template name. Now after that save this file. So in this way you can create a controller, create a method and create a template page and also render the template page. Now let's see next example which is how you can create a form in our Laravel. So here let's add some form. So here instead of this, or let's leave it and create a one more method. So public function user login and let's return a page. So return view user page dot login page. Now after that save this file and let's create this template. So copy the login template, right click on user pages, new file, paste file name .blade .php. Now let's work on this file. So here copy the same content, change the title, login page, same here, login page, adding line break, then adding some inputs, type text, name equal to username and placeholder equal to username. Okay, same line, adding line break, password and here password, change this to password. After that line break and input type submit, name equal to submit, value equal to submit, adding a form, let's close this form. After that save this page and back to browser, let's check, and also let's first link this login page to web.php in routes. Copy same line, then user login and link with, let's see the method name user login, copy it, paste the method, save this file and let's back to browser. In the page you can see simple login page. Now let's work on this inputs and access the data when user submit the form. So let's check how you can do this and how you can work with forms. So let's see, back to VS Code. First let's add a method. So route post user login, save, then adding a method. So just copy it, paste it, user login, save. After that let's create this method. So copy it and save this file. Now back to controller again and here public function user login, save. Now here when you are working with form data, like accessing the form data, form inputs, you need to use a request object. So let's see how you can do this. So for this here you need to add request, after that $request variable. So let's import this request. So copy it, and here you can see it's already imported. So here request object is inside our Illuminate HTTP and request. Now after that, save this file and return some data. So return user login, save this file, also save this file, and let's copy the path for method equal to post and action equal to pass the action. Save it, back to Chrome, refresh page. Now here if we submit the form, it will show the error which is CSRF token is missing or page expired. So let's see what is this error. So if I try to submit, you can see it is showing 419 page expired. So this error will come when you are working with post method but did not pass your CSRF token. So you can see this error. So let's see how you can handle this error. So for this, you just need to add a CSRF token in your form. So back to VS Code and just add a CSRF token. So simply add the rate CSRF. Now after that, save this file and back to Chrome, refresh page. Now if I try to submit the form again, you can see successful message which is user login save and CSRF token is working. So in this way, you can add a CSRF token in your page when we are working with post method. So let's see one more thing. So after adding CSRF token, you need to check what it is showing. Here if you check, you can see CSRF token. So when you add CSRF token, this will create a simple hidden input with token. So you need this token when you are working with post method in Laravel. Now after that, let's work on next part, which is how you can access the form input data. So let's see one more thing. Here if you see these inputs, you can see this name, which is username and password. So let's see how you can access this input in your controller. So let's check. So back to VS Code, and after submitting the form, you just need to add a method or access it by. So let's see. $user name equal to $request, then input, then pass the name. So here key name is our username and next is our password. Change it to password and here return the message. So user save username, $username, and after that password, $password. Now save this file and again back to Chrome, refresh page, and let's check. If I try to submit, you can see user login save, username which is admin and password admin. So in this way you can access the form data using a request object. You can see it is very simple. $request, $input, $request, input username, and you can also it access by using post method. Let's check. Comment this line and save this page. Back to browser, refresh page, and if I try again, you can see username admin and password admin. So here input will work. So here input will work for get and post both, and post it will work only for post method. So let's add a comment. Input will work for both post and get method, and post will work for only post method. Now save this file. Now let's see next thing, which is how you can access your route using name in template page. So here suppose that when you are working with form, you need to pass your path of your route, but instead of passing the path, you just need to pass your route name. So if you do any changes in route URL, you don't need to update it here every time. So suppose that your URL is user login save, but here if I change it to user login save 2, then what happened if you see? So if I refresh and submit, you can see it is showing there is no method. If I save it and call the method, you can see it is not working because we don't have any method of user login save to. So in that case, you need to change your route by adding a route name. So when you update your route URL, then you just need to access your route by route name. So suppose that here I am using name user login process. Let's copy this name and save this file. So here instead of passing this directly URL, you just need to add your route. So simply expression, which is double curly braces after the route, then just add single quote and pass your route name. You can see user login process, which is our route name. You can see after that save this page and also save this page. And if I check again, so back to browser, refresh page, expect, you can see action value has been changed and it's get updated, means you can access your route by using route name. And if I submit, you can see it is working perfect. But now if I change the URL here, change it to again 2 and save it, so that refresh this page and you can see it's get updated, and you can see it's get updated. So you don't need to change again URL here. So you just need to call the route by route name and just update the URL. And also here instead of returning message, let's redirect the user. So let's see, for redirecting the user, you need to add return redirect. Let's see, import the redirect. So use illuminate HTTP, then redirect, After that, here redirect, then here redirect and add away. So in this way you can redirect the user to any page, whether it is exist in application or out of application. Like you can redirect the user to HTTP as google.com. So save this file, back to Chrome, refresh page and submit it, and you can see you can successfully redirect the user to google.com. But if you want to redirect only a page or route, you can use another way. So let's add a comment also. Away is used to redirect any URL to user. Now there is another way also. If you want to redirect the user to any specific route, so let's see how you can do this. Suppose that I want to redirect the user to user homepage. So let's add a name, user home. So I want to redirect the user to this user homepage. So let's see how you can do this. So for this, just copy this name and again save this file. Now after that, come to your controller, and here instead of away, this time you need to use return redirect, and you need to use route and pass your route name. Now save this file, back to Chrome, refresh page, and if I submit this form, you can see I am successfully redirecting my message to user homepage. So in this way, you can redirect the user to a specific URL or a route page. So also adding comment. Route is used to redirect to any route. So it is working perfect. So I hope you like the video. Thanks for watching. Please like our video and please subscribe our channel. And also in next tutorial, I will show more about request object, more about redirect, and more about all the topics of Laravel